Hey guys, it's AJ here from College Fascio blog. Today, we're going to change it up a little bit. So, Jesus is King by Kanye West, his new album that just dropped, he also had a movie that just came out, is all the rave on Twitter and different media websites. Uh, there's been some criticism, some, compliments of what Kanye did. I have listened to both the album, which I would highly recommend. I think it's a great experience. And I just saw the movie today. If you could consider it a movie. It was only 39 minutes long. But I'll tell you that those 39 minutes were pretty interesting. Made me think a little bit about, myself as a person and what's going on in the world around me. But, of course, we're here at College Fascio. We're geared towards fashion. So what I wanted to do is take a look at how fashion plays a role in Jesus is King, and how maybe it plays a little bit of role in other music videos or movies, etc. So, right off the bat, over the course of the 38 minutes, Jesus is King focuses on this message, this tie to God and a faith in like loving your brother, those ideals that are what Kanye is trying to send to the audience here. So you're probably wondering, well, what type of fashion would he utilize to do this? Well, the movie is essentially, I don't want to narrow it down too much, but it's almost like a church sermon or a gospel choir singing to you throughout the time with different clips. So there's this kind of choir-esque outfit that most of the people wear, and Kanye's wearing these loose, baggy clothes, but so is the choir. So they're these kind of bland, basic clothes of like brownish, blackish color, and they don't stand out. Now, this is pales in comparison to most music videos today, where we see rappers or even pop artists wearing the fashion bling, this bling that's going up their whole arm. They got chains hanging down. They got these clothes that are bright colored. They're drawing a lot of attention to these materialistic things. Kanye, on the other hand, changes it up with Jesus is King. Instead, he focuses not on these materialistic things. He highlights the message he's trying to send. How he does this is he wears these bland clothes, and he has other people in the video do so as well, which makes the movie focus on the message and Jesus and how he relates to Kanye and how he can relate to all of us. Whether or not you agree with that message is not important. But in the analysis through fashion of Jesus is King, it's important that the message stands out so much because there are no distractions. There are fantastic images of, the choir singing, Kanye singing, and just nature itself. One that most notably comes to mind is there's a nice shot of a mountain or a mountain range with the sky clouds moving across. It really, wow. I mean, just reflecting back on it, it's big. But when it comes to humans and the human characters in the film, they're not wearing significant clothing. They're not wearing clothing that stands out, which to me it showcases how maybe humans aren't that big in the grand scheme of things, and how God or Jesus and just nature in general, this faith aspect of the world, I guess I'd say, rises above us or is more beautiful than anything we could ever produce. It's kind of like you see how, going back to ancient Rome, how for the most part, when they would wear things for religious festivals, people such as the Vestal Virgins or different priests would wear simple togas or simple outfits because they weren't detracting from the God they were representing or helping to uplift and showcase to their fellow citizens. Kanye is doing a very similar thing, and something we see in numerous churches around the world, where the focus isn't on what one's wearing or what one's standing is in life. It's on the message that is being expelled that day. And I think that's something that's very valuable and something that maybe is not seen as often in today's culture. Most notably, when I think of fashion, I kind of think of people like Lady Gaga in today's culture, or Miley Cyrus in her Wrecking Ball video, where I guess you consider that fashion. Is not wearing clothes fashion. I don't know. But those kind of out there, attention grabbing looks that do play a role in the message those artists are trying to send, but maybe detract a little bit from the message too. Jesus is King doesn't do that. The focus isn't on the human characters, it's on the music, which is sending this deep message to the viewers. And let me just say that I think this hit home more for me because the theater, besides my friends and I, and one other random person that walked in late, that theater was empty. I don't know if this was my unique experience, but I felt like that added to what the movie was providing. I felt if I would jam pack in a theater with hundreds of other people, I wouldn't have been able to connect to what was on screen as much. It definitely made me think more about, what the music is telling me and what my place in the world is. Now that's getting a little bit deeper and too philosophical for the fashion aspect. But I'm just saying I'd highly recommend that film. Maybe don't see it at like a prime time slot, kind of like I did. I don't know if it's necessarily worth about $12 a ticket for only 39 minutes, but it's a solid 39 minutes. So I'm going back. We see fashion pop up a lot in different movies or TV shows. We see it in like The Great Gatsby, Zoolander, The Devil Wears Prada, Sex and the City. Now, half those movies I don't watch. I don't watch Devil. I think I saw The Devil's Wear Prada once. Not my cup of tea. Sex and the City I refuse to watch. But it's true that fashion plays a large role in those films in highlighting how the characters stand out. Now, when I think of fashion, and some of my favorite depictions of fashion or costume design in general, I like to think of films of Star Wars or Star Trek, things of the such, where you're taking these otherworldly beings in some cases and providing a look for them, which, yes, sometimes consists of prosthetics and whatnot for the actors, but also costume design. Think about it. Most of us who have seen Star Wars can instantly picture Leia Organa's look, Princess Leia, Han Solo's look, Luke Skywalker's look. That adds to the character. It makes them come to life more, and it ties them to us as humans. It makes us think more about how their message interplays with their fashion or whatnot. It's just something that, you don't think about fashion in this sense every day, where it's extolling a message or uplifting a message or detracting from a message even. We just think of fashion, for most of us, is just what we wear. But like I highlighted in my Ancient Rome highlight of fashion in Ancient Rome article or post, is that fashion plays a large role in the culture of a people. We see it today where, different groups or people are able to bring to light new fashion trends. Now, it'd probably be too long to do a history of U.S. fashion trends over the last 10 years, but it's crazy. I mean, we see it all the time. But go on, with movies, you know how important fashion or costume design is, as they refer to it, because there's awards given for costume design, movies with the best costume design or character design or wardrobe. And it's because that makes those people or characters or actors, actresses come to life in their roles. They're able to embrace that role. It's almost like going back to when we're children. When you dress as an athlete, you wear your favorite football player's jersey, and you got like the little child's pads of the helmet, the shoulder pads, and whatnot. You're running around your house. You feel strong. You feel brave. You feel athletic. It's like with children wearing superhero costumes. You feel brave. You feel heroic. So I think fashion plays a large role in highlighting messages that are being shown through other things or through what the fashion or the outfit itself provides. We see in the movie Big Daddy, that's one of my favorite movies. Adam Sandler, you got the Sprouse twins swapping their starring role as child actors do. And we see how the main character is taking care of this young kid, provides him sunglasses in an awkward situation or a situation that is uncomfortable for the child. And it's almost like it provides that child an escape from what is going on. He is told he turns invisible when he puts those glasses on. And I think that's something that seems silly or seems childish, but it kind of extols how fashion is something that, you know, can provide a message or add to one that already exists. So, Jesus is King. My initial reactions to the film and the album itself, obviously, were prioritized around the music itself. I listen to a lot of music, and I always like to analyze it, do I like this, do I not like this? Even with the film, I was like, music was great. But when you start digging deeper, and especially with my whole year of analyzing fashion and looking at it, digging deeper, I saw how fashion played a role in what the movie was doing. His use of these bland or basic costumes highlighted, lifted up the message he was trying to send. He certainly could have had the people in the film wear elaborate suits or dresses, but that would have focused the message. That would have focused the film more on the people themselves instead of this higher being. So, I guess to end this podcast, I'd like to encourage everyone listening to go out and watch your favorite film or TV show or music video and look at how fashion plays a role in it. Does the fashion add or detract from the message? Does the fashion highlight the personality of the character wearing it? I never thought I'd say something like this. Probably like 5 years ago, I never would have thought, but I think fashion might be one of the more important things in today's culture. Not necessarily, wearing elaborate costumes or $1,000,000 dresses, which is what I initially, think of fashion and used to think of fashion when you think, but it could be something simple and basic. The clothes you wear every day to go to sleep. That is fashion. And that plays a large role in you as an individual and what you showcase internally. Or you showcase your internal values or internal mood, emotions, whatnot, to the external world. And not only can we see this on other people just walking down the street, but we see it a lot in movies, music videos, in the like. Jesus is King, watching this, highlighted this fact to me and brought this to light. So I'd really encourage everyone to go out and analyze fashion through different mediums and see how it plays a role. I think you'll get a lot out of it because I did. And hopefully you'll have a good time, listening to good music or watching a nice film while doing so. So I'd like to thank you for listening, and I hope you come back for more. Because here at College Fascio, we're always providing very great, very good. Well, how many more adjectives can I use for good, great, exceptional, whatever? You get the point. But I hope to see you back here for more College Fascio content because it's always great, and I'm glad that you're here.